this social work? You are, what is this social work?
Nahid, I think this is personal informations, and I think this talking is not to be recorded because I am going to share my social work.
No problem, but okay, no problem. Okay. You share this social work after classes. So
Yeah, yeah,
let's start our study. So first of all, what you are starting now?
yeah. First of all, we would like to start from our uh, speaking modules.
Okay, no problem. Speaking module. So this is what is the page number is? Uh, please inform me.
Page number is 31
Page number is
of main book.
31. Okay. So I think today's speaking part is part 3.
Yes.
Okay. So can you share me about this answering process, about these question patterns? Actually, I realize that what should I how can I answering this appropriately? How can I answer this uh, part 3 is properly and get more mark, get full mark? So please explain and share with me.
Yeah, you can see there in the part 3 the discussion topics, and I also go through the answer sheet, and I have found that not only this part but also others part I also see. I found that this is the one kind of board questions, board answer. The answer would be board, and answer will be enlarged, and you have to get the main ideas, and you have to speaks from your own way, because it is not the possible to memorize the whole speaking part. Okay, so from the beginning, so and it was our part one, part two. We didn't memorize. We actually we whatever we spoke from ourselves, our own ideas, our methods, and it would be one kind of foolish work to memorize the answer from the solutions. So as far as I know, I got some experience is that though they have been written in a standard and formal way, but it is not easy for us to follow the standard way as we are in the initial part. So I would like to say you that first of all, go through the person and get some ideas, and try to speak from this perfect aspect that you have gathered from reading the passage, reading the answer sheet. Answer.
Okay, thanks for your describing. So I can also share my opinion about this part 3, which was I know last previous days ago. Okay, so I think this part 3 is described from part 2. Actually, part 2 and part 3 are relating with there. Am I right, Hassan?
Yes.
So this is the main concept of part 3. So last days we are describing about part 2. So part two's concept has memorized already memorized us. So I think part three is too easy, but I know this answering is so long, and because this is called discussion topic, so your mentors or your examiners also discussing about this part. So as a result, is long term portion. So is not hard. It's easy because day by day we are practicing this. So inshallah we get fruitfully. We get enough experience from this study. So let's start, Hassan. Uh, First of all, I think you already know you already known about this. I think previous time.
Yes, I
So
today
you
the morning.
can start first time. Is my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, okay. First of all, you have to ask me the questions that
Okay.
would be
Okay.
appropriate or
Okay, no problem. So nowadays we start our Cambridge IELTS Academy 13. So we start test one and speaking part 3. So Hassan, uh,
yeah.
you are ready for answering my questions?
Yes.
Okay. What kinds of jobs do young people not want to do in your country?
Okay. Uh, well, in recent days, the young people's do such types of job in which they have certifications and handsome salaries. Actually, in recent worlds, it is the world of globalizations, and people, especially young generations, are motivated and influenced by the technology, and that is why the young generations love to do such types of business and jobs, business. Uh, uh, Business and jobs which are related to technology. But the which types of jobs the young people do not want to do in my country? It is actually I would say that it is normal jobs. That is, if I share with you like business, small business, and then normal business, outdated business, which are actually depends on families thinking, their notions. So these types of business, the people's job, the young people do not want to do because there is a lack of enough salary, there is a lack of profit. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's it.
Okay, thanks for your answering. Okay, we goes to next question. Who is best at advising young people about choosing a job? Teachers or parents?
The contribution teacher and parents in the young people's life is bigger descriptions. We cannot express it in a word or sentence. Both teacher and parents play significant roles in young people's for choosing a job. Parents actually in previous terms the key rule was performed by the parents to choose what types of business a young or a son and daughter should do. But recently the teacher as well parents and the elder brothers of the society are also influencing the young generations to choose the right kind of job, so that would be actually make sure their great future.
Okay.
And parents is always actually do their best to make their daughters and son lives beautiful, and so that they can lead handsome, and they can lead a great futures, a big great life in futures. And apart from this, teacher is also advising the young generations, because they are educated. Teacher is If I compare the teacher and parents, we most of the time we found that teacher is educated persons. There is no comparable, but most of the times parents are not educated. Whatever the parents suggest to their younger or young, actually it comes out in vain. It is not fruitful. But when the teachers are best, they are practical, they are knowledgeable, they gather some experience, and the teacher advice is much more important than the parents' advice. But if the parents is educated, that the parents can understand the real life, and that they could actually give the good suggestions to their youngers, and it is also significant. So I would say that both teacher and parents both teacher and parents advice are good, and they are influencing the young peoples to choose their preferable job.
Okay. Uh, Thanks for your answering question. The next question is money always the most important thing when choosing a job?
Yes, well, in recent times, money is not always play a significant roles, or a good portions of rules to choosing a job, because right now it is the world of globalizations, and in this world there are lots of jobs where we can join without any money, and you can also join there paying a little fee. Actually, that is not so much big that the students and the young people cannot bear. So apart from this, yes, obviously money is need, because if you want to start a big business, there money is the issue. And I would say that who don't have enough money, they should not wait for the money, because whatever he or she has, he should start. And obviously, when a younger people think of doing job or business, first of all, the issue comes about the money. And when we start jobs, the younger people have to see that whether in future he will be profited from the business or jobs or not. So I think that money is also play a importance roles in choosing a job as well as, and it is varies from person to person.
Okay. So, thanks for your answering questions. So we are going to next question. Okay, work-life balance. Do you agree that many people nowadays are under pressure to work longer hours and take less holiday?
Well, I I agree. I accede with the sentence that have been asked by you, because people's right now are most practicals, and they want to live very standards and happier lives, and that is why they need more money, because when you will lead a standard happy life, then you need money, and that is why the people's most of the times take longer works, and take less holidays, and sometimes they feel pressure for it. And what is the next question, would you tell me?
You can answering this question properly. Can you answering this question properly, Hasan?
Yeah, let.
You can take time and
Yeah,
realize this and answering properly, please.
yeah. Another thing is that the people want to do work longer hours and take less holiday due to the inflation rates. Yes, as the inflation is sky touching, and most of the people are suffering from the lack of money, and as they are seeing that if the inflation is continue in this way, they cannot afford their daily cost, and they cannot get they get their daughters and children educated in the good school, and they cannot afford to pay the current bills and rent bills, and in all the things are actually making pressures to the peoples to do part-time work as well, and they don't they actually do not think they are haphazard or risks of their health, and these are the issue that actually forcing the peoples to do longer time works.
Okay, thanks for your answering questions. So we are going to next questions. What is the impact on society of people having a poor work-life balance?
Okay. Working longer hours and take less holiday actually creating actually is both are harmful for the bodies and physical life. Okay, and we are the human being, we are not the machines, and there is a limitations. We the human beings need rest, but the due to some problems we have to work, the young people have to work longer times and takes less holidays, and this might cause some serious problems in their life, and if they take less holidays and do work longer times, then they may face sometimes some kinds of problems. From them they could not actually come out. So they may sometimes face they may got irritated without any reasons, and they may sometimes face verbal abuse, and they may actually maybe isolated from the societies of the people's thinkings, and at the end of the day it may impact to the society very badly, and this and all the things that I can say that there is a bad impact in the society.
Okay, we are going to next question. Could you recommend it some effective strategies for governments and employers to ensure people have a good work-life balance?
For yes, as far as I can say, both the government and employers should effective strategies for the peoples where there will be a good environments that peoples can do works in better environments. Okay, So yeah, for this, both the governments and employees should come for us and make strategies, and they should offer such types of subsidies and opportunities, advantage to the workers, so that the worker feel that they are doing works and their future is secured, and they will be delivered enough money, and they can lead a normal life. So these types of initiatives should be taken by the both the employees and the governments. And apart from this, the government as well as the employers should organize such types of events that will help to overcome some social issues, and mentally and physically give mentally and physically refreshments to the employee and to the employee. So I think that all the whatever I say, I think that if these types of initiatives or strategies are taken by the government as well as the employers, so that it would help the peoples to have a good work and balance, life balance.
Okay, thanks all for answering these questions. So I don't study these questions in previous days, but I am trying to answering these questions of my opinion about with my
Yeah,
French brain. So you can ask.
yeah.
Sorry.
Nahid, I also have not taken preparations on this part three topics, but you can see that I had gathered some ideas from the answer sheet, and I have watched the answer sheet, and I am reply. I
Okay,
have
no,
make the score.
no problem, brother.
And
There are many barriers in our life, like you and me also. So it doesn't matter. We are continue and we don't.
yes, we should
We,
continue. We should not focus on barriers.
okay.
We should focus on strength.
No
Okay,
problem.
so
We have actually, Hassan, we have don't enough time for investing for investing time for practicing IELTS examination for IELTS examination. But we should try for any times of when we are free, uh, when we are we get sometimes, so it doesn't matter. So please,
okay,
you can ask me, and I can try for answering these questions.
okay, inshallah. So this is Hassan Jamil, and I am the instructor of you. It is the speaking part and the test one, and the part is three, and discussion topic choosing work. And I would ask you some questions, and you have to reply, and you have to answer according to these questions. Okay. So my first question is to you: what kind of jobs do young people not want to do in your country?
All right. This is most vital questions for this is most vital questions for you ask me. Actually, we live in uh, lower class, actually middle class country. So we have many younger people's their dreams has a to take their dreams to take a better jobs in our country. So our countries has no big investor. So for others countries, that's why our countries has no big company like including with facilities. So today's uh, 20 or 25 lakhs people are completed their graduations in per year. So these young peoples have a good dream, have a better dream for creating their lives is more if comfortable, more effectively. But they sudden time they uh, want some uh, bed jobs which is not related their graduations. Say they take they say like lower class job, like the salary also too low, so which is don't related their graduations, their activities, uh, their emotions. So uh, it's so that's why many jobs are rejected by their because they don't afford financially. Actually, I mean you job holders, jobs about jobs companies. I describe you. They don't provide healthy salary. They creating pressurize their employers. They apply many working hours, like many kinds of works creating by one person. Their intention is just like many companies intention is uh, like creating profit, just like profit and profit. So that's why many jobs are not liked by our young people in our country.
Okay.
Do I think you were got it. Actually, Hassan, I don't see this answer in a single moment. Just I
Okay.
analysis and I realize these questions and I
The class is being recorded, and you should not whatever you have learned. Expression is so you made little mistakes in this section. So I would say that it is. I'd like to praise you that you actually somehow clarify your ideas, and you could, and you are able to it. Okay, so you should not focus on
actually
your
I actually
weakness.
I
You should focus.
Hassan, actually, I call tell you about you can realize my asking question, answering questions. You can
Yeah,
understand.
well,
Okay, okay, that's enough
yes,
for me.
yes.
That's enough for me. Actually, we are improving day by day, so uh, it's enough for me. Okay, so you can ask me next questions.
Who is the best at advising young people about choosing a job, teachers or parents?
I think. You know our country's conditions, most of our guardians like parents are not educated educated today's, so as a result they don't advising young people, but most of all are educated, so they are advising their childs, they are advising young people properly, but most of them this who, these people's most of people's hours not education, there are some numbers of peoples are educated, so you know our country's conditions, so that's why I mean, I mean that teachers are always more effectively and more valuable term to advising young people about choosing a job, because teachers I think teachers are educated. They have enough knowledge for this sector. So that's why I think that teachers are more effectively. Okay, I actually, Hassan, I asked those questions is more shortly because we have not enough time. 7 minutes has have time, so you can ask very quickly in these questions.
So my next question is, what is the impact on society of people having a poor work-life balance? What is the impact?
I think you are skipping
Oh,
some
sorry,
questions.
sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry, yeah, I got my mistake. So I'm saying that I'm asking the questions again. Is money always the most important things when choosing a job?
Yes, I think money is the main point, main term for choosing a job because our life is so miserable. Our Bangladeshi conditions life is so miserable. So we live in a family, in a society. So we need enough money for surviving this situation. So, as a result, our families' demand is also good from me, from you, from us. Our societies, our friends, our colleagues, they all of are demanding from you, from us. So all of these demands is fulfilled. So you need enough money. You don't have money, their demands are not fulfilled by you. So that's why I think that most important for choosing a job say is money. This is most important.
Okay,
It's my
thank
logic.
you.
It's my logic. So you can ask me next questions. Hassan,
Yeah, I'm asking you.
you search a something. I think a something you're searching this now right time.
Yeah, you're right. So my next question is about work-life balance. Okay. So in work life balance, there are some questions you have to answer it. And my first question is, do you agree that many people nowadays are under pressures to work longer hours and take less holiday?
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree these questions because many people's working in our country lowest company like actually I explained in previous questions this. I explained this in previous questions. Many companies have a lot of they want to take enough time, enough pressures, they enough money. They want to take enough money, enough profit. So they need they pressurize the company's employer. So also that's why the pressure. So that's why the pressure is this. The pressure is creating youngest people's as a longer hours, and they also provide no holidays. Provided no holidays because the holidays are also including for working time. So as a result, many people's under pressure to longer hours and less holidays. Under pressure. This is so because first of all, as time as you need a refreshness. You need a holiday for fresh refreshness. Your brains are working like that. Your brains is like puzzled for your working is in a 5 days, 6 days. So 1 days or 2 days are most important. Most important for relaxing your brain. So you need less holiday, and your working time also less like that international working time like 8 hours. I think it's continue with 10 hours, but 12 or 30, 40 hours are working today in our countries. It's uh, it's didn't effectively it is don't effectively for hours. So that's end of my questions,
Okay.
my answers.
So my next question is to you. Could you recommend some effective strategies for governments and employers to ensure people have a good work-life balance?
Okay, I have not enough time, so I answering these questions in a short. Effective strategies like our governments invite many investors of other countries, many valuable investors of other countries for investing in our country, and they investing in our country. They are creating many job sectors, many companies. They are creating many job sectors, many companies in our country. So as a result, many employers, many graduation holders are applying these jobs and creative arts also. So this stage is more fruitful for solving these problems, I think. Miss Anna.
Okay. Yeah, that's
And also added that our today's our education is that's just theoretical educations. But I share my opinion. This education is divert practical educations. So practical education is most important. Like you see China, So practical education is more most important for improving your skills, your knowledge. Is not enough for theoretical terms. So I think these two types of strategies to solve these problems. Like one kinds of practical and to investor, inviting investor. Thank you.
so that's all.
Yeah, that's all. And